Amazing work. Wow. So out of the box. I absolutely love this. I have no beef against like the big Hollywood sort of movies, but independent movies like this, they really come up with things that make you think. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel What the Reaction. My name is Melody, and today we have a video sent to us by Movie Saints, and it is it's sort of like an indie one, I believe. Don't quote me, I may get it wrong, but it's called The Disappearance of Willie Bingham. I'm clueless on what this is about. This is going to be a surprise to me. I like that very much. I like that suspense of really not knowing what I'm going to watch. So without further ado, let's jump into the video.
I remember two Willie Binghams. One, pasty-faced with fear after the sentence was read, and the other, after the series of amputations.
Amputations.
The first is now blurred by the painfully sharp focus of the second. Was the very first surgical supervisor appointed under the state's revised stance on capital crime. My job, to see that medical protocol was followed. That's correct.
What?
Well, you are a murderer, Mr. Bingham.
So it's like an eye for an eye.
No, sir, that is not fair!
It's like the Sharia law.
That girl, but that weren't me, alright? It was the booze, the drugs. Cooked up, something awful. The same I mutilated her, I never...
The first surgery is largely symbolic.
Symbolic?
Correct.
Well, piece of cake then. Nothing to worry about, huh? Just execute me, once and for all!
You're to be made a national example of. Your chance for recompense.
I know it's in a movie. I'm trying not to get emotionally attached, but it's a really confusing feeling whether I should feel bad for a criminal or not, you know?
Surviving family members determine how far the surgeries will go. Proceed.
And the kids are watching. Oh my gosh, okay.
This is what my criminal ways got me. You best all mind yourselves, kids.
That's really good makeup effect.
Okay, Margaret.
In March, they removed Mr. Bingham's right arm and his left leg.
Oh, okay. And the kids are still watching. Oh my gosh, how can she watch that? That's brutal. Oh my gosh, the sawing.
Don't hurt none. Behave yourselves now. Unless you want to look like me.
Did he lose both his legs?
I don't expect the family will take it any further.
Tensions continue to rise around the nation. Fresh protests erupted today over
Murder and rape of a young schoolgirl. See, that's that internal conflict again. Like, what he did was just evil. And does it justify this, though? I don't know.
You may
It's
commence.
just so conflicted. And the people performing this surgery,
Mr. Bingham
And
gave
this
up a
guy.
kidney and a lung. Organs from inmates provide a small but steady revenue stream for our now privatised penal
Oh
system.
my gosh. Yeah, these people who work there, like, them conducting that is almost torturous for them too, right? This is to torture and not to help.
Nurse,
It's your
left leg.
left leg.
Yeah, he's going sinner. I'm trying not to talk. I'm just like going through my mind with all these
5
thoughts.
months later, the 5th surgery. Mr. Bingham would lose his namesake. Willie.
His private area, isn't it?
He went into his final surgery without any observable emotion. They removed his ears, his nose, and the tip of his tongue. A laser depilated what remained of his body. That was 5 years ago. Mr. Bingham's room is the last on the southern end of the top floor. The light is always on, and I know he's there, eyes to the ceiling, dead silent, except the last week of every month. That's when Mr. Bingham and I travel to the high schools.
No, it's kind of tough to watch. Alright, so I think these are all the credits. I'm just checking. Alright, so many thoughts, and I hope I'll cover all of it. So when it started, and when they started with talking about this form of punishment, what immediately came to my mind was, I believe, the Sharia law, which is sort of like maybe like the Islamic sort of part of it. I don't know the full context, but they used to do it or are still doing it in some countries. I'm not sure, but it's where if you're caught stealing something, then they cut off your hands, or it's like an eye for an eye sort of punishment. So then that came to my mind. So I thought like maybe there's a world where, they're trying to implement this sort of law. And then you just figured out that this is sort of a new law that they're trying to implement and to create fear so that other people or youth, they will not do this as so he's like a guinea pig to show people that if you do this, this is what's going to happen to you. And the family member of the victim will be the one deciding how far this amputation would go. And of course, we saw that the father, I believe, of the victim just kept going and going and going until like most of his limbs are gone. And I guess even if he wanted to commit suicide, it would be hard because he does not even have limbs to walk or take anything or do anything to himself. So it's pretty much just, like you said, laying on his back, just looking at the ceiling, and just that's what he can do, and just wait till he dies. And he's just like a corpse trapped in a body that he can't move. So yeah, and I keep saying that I feel very conflicted about this because, with him, I mean, of course, not him, the character, raping and murdering a young girl, that is evil. And like, I don't want to empathize or like sympathize with him or something, but that punishment is just so brutal that it is like another form of evil. And I don't know if that warrants that punishment. I guess in my faith, so I'm spiritual, and I feel like God will be the one doing the final punishment to him, I guess. Like, you know, like us humans who are also not perfect, and we place that punishment upon someone else, so in that level of torture and evilness makes us pretty much evil too. You know, so it's like, when does it end? Because yes, he's evil. Maybe put him away and give him some other punishment where he just, you know, rot in prison or something, rather than doing something evil to him, like cutting out his limbs and all. Because you're doing the act of evil as well. Like, it's so brutal and cruel and violent. Or, I mean, this is going to be controversial, but sometimes the worst criminals would also turn a new leaf. And I know that's very rare. And you never really know if they actually got better or became a good person. But there's still that, I guess. But the point is that, to me, I feel like if us as humans are also doing an act that evil to punish someone, it makes us no different than that evil person. Basically, that's what I'm trying to get at. Because you can see from the faces of the surgeon, the nurses, that guy, you know, they were all not comfortable doing it because they're the ones having to do the dirty work. Whereas all the people at the top there, they're just saying, okay, you got to do this, you got to go cut his limb off, blah, blah, blah. But they're not the ones doing the work. The ones that are carrying out these like evil acts are the surgeon, nurses, and all these people. And they will live with that guilt of it too. So this is, okay, now talking about the movie, I got so engrossed in it, like it's like as if this happened in real life. Thank God it didn't happen in real life. But let's go into the movie part of it, the story writing, the whole concept of this. I think it's brilliant. It really gets you thinking, like, what happened to me? Like, I just keep going on. And I also said I'm trying not to say anything while watching it because I don't want to like interrupt the movie, but I just had to because my mind was kept going at it. Like, I kept thinking about all these different thoughts that I have. Like, am I feeling bad for him? Am I not feeling bad for him? Am I condoning this? Will I support this if it's in real life? Like, these are all really valid thoughts that come up, because imagine if this happened in real life, what would you think? Would you support this? Like, you know, in the news, that, you know, it was in the radio, like they were saying, okay, they're testing this right now. Are you going to be the ones protesting, or are you going to be the ones supporting this? This is like where, is there really like a middle ground on this? Or is it a yes or no? And like, what? I feel I'd probably be the one protesting, because I think there are other ways of punishing people rather than an eye for an eye, because when you do that, it makes you know better, and also the cycle just keeps going. The evilness just keeps going. You're just condoning evilness, basically. And I think that's where I'm standing at right now, and I don't feel... So I'm not like supporting what the criminal did. Like, him murdering, raping the girl, it's I mean, that's just evil. But to do that to him, it's also not the best punishment. So anyways, I rest my case. I'm just rambling, but amazing work. Wow. You know, this is one of the reasons why I really love like independent movies like this, where they really come up with things that make you think. You know, and I have no beef against like the big Hollywood sort of movies, but sometimes those ones get pretty predictable and it's like it doesn't really get you thinking. You kind of know what's going to happen. But a lot of independent movies like this, it just makes you think, you know, and it just is so out of the box. I absolutely love this. I really want to watch more of these like this. I'm just gonna even talk about this with my friends, my partner, and you know, I just want to have this discussion, you know. But yes, thank you so much, Movie Saints, for sharing this with me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I couldn't like not think. It just, oh my God, it's so good. Thank you so much, guys. Please check this out. It is so worth watching, and let me know what you think in the comments below. What camp are you in, supporting or protesting against this one? So let me know your thoughts on this, and feel free to debate. I mean, it's an open conversation, freedom of speech, and just let me know what you think. But yes, thank you again, Movie Saints. Like the video if you like it, and subscribe if you haven't yet. And click on the bell if you want to be notified when I next upload. Also, I have 2 other channels. One is on Harry Potter and the other on mermaiding. So if you like those magical things, do give me a follow. I'm also on Instagram at petite_wanderluster. So if you want to come and say hello and share your thoughts with me, come and do that too. But yes, hope that you're all doing well and that you don't go do anything bad outside, because you will get punished. With everything you do, there are consequences. So be a kind person. Do more good, because just good rewards good. You know, if everyone does good, we don't ever have to think about that potentially happening at all. So yeah, be a good person. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.